Hi, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a very special reading for you. This is Pluto retrograde re entering into Capricorn, which will not be seen for another 250 years, so not in our lifetime. And I am very excited to bring this reading to you guys. If it resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps this channel get seen by the YouTube algorithm. It helps it then gets seen by more people because YouTube knows that you guys like this type of stuff. So thank you so very much. And I get to know that you like these type of readings. So thank you so very much. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have the Three of Cups reversed. This is very much an energy of people who are supposed to be celebrating us, who couldn't, and who don't. Now, this can be people that we thought, oh, okay, you're on my side type of thing, or people that we thought because, we are their kids or we were their partners, that they would be celebrating us, or siblings or whatever, friends, they'd be celebrating us. They're not. There is a person here who will raise their glass to you only when you are like, only when you can do something for them. And then they make you feel guilty, or they make you feel like questioning yourself because you're like, oh, why aren't they returning my phone calls? Or why aren't they showing up for me? Or, what have I done wrong? Type of thing. So just be aware of this, because when Pluto enters into Capricorn, a lot of old structures are falling apart. And that's going to be a relationship that falls apart. So be aware. Let's see and relationships like that, okay, where you've repeated, there we go, the same wound pattern starts to fall apart too. So just be aware. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Here we have spiritual. Connecting with our spiritual self is going to be one of the most important things we can do. Connecting with what we love and what we want, and spiritually who we are, and showing up authentically for us, that's going to be a huge deal. It's going to redefine us in a very big way. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Interesting. Okay, Pisces. So let's talk about this time astrologically speaking. So Pluto retrograde began on May 1st in Aquarius of 2023. May 1st, 2023 in Aquarius, okay? And it moved to Capricorn, and it moves to Capricorn on June 11th till October 10th, 2023. Now, what's interesting here is that, again, it will kind of yo-yo back and forth from Aquarius to Capricorn up until November 2024. So according to the senior astrologer of astrology.com, Narayana, and I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but her Instagram is linked in the description box below. What she says is, we will continue to see big names, politicians, billionaires, media personalities fall from grace as Pluto continues to expose the hypocrisy. While we are already seeing this trend, it will exacerbate when Pluto forms a square with the lunar node of destiny between June and September of this year. It will be mind blowing to see how this is related to the decomposing of our old structures, paving the way for new ones to be built once Pluto finally stays in Aquarius for good, which will not happen until November 2024. What we're going to see here is during this time, even though we're uncertain as we're moving forward here at Pisces, we are gathering up our knowledge, we are being led by our angels, and we are moving into the unknown. We are moving forward, and there is going to be a big shift here. The Six of Swords always has a level of uncertainty to it, a level of, am I making the right move? Am I moving forward the right way? We never know. As much guidance as we have, as much insight as we have, we never have 100% certainty on anything. Spirit is moving us forward, and we are going to be seeing our world and ourselves in new ways, through new eyes. We're moving into the unknown, but into a place that's really important for us. Here, it is moving to the mist of Avalon, right? That sacred mythical place that, is the resting place of King Arthur. There is something here where we're moving towards a place that calls to our soul. We're going to find with the Page of Cups, this is us, okay? This is also Scorpio energy, right? Pluto rules Scorpio. So we're going to be taught a lot of lessons that we really didn't want to learn. It's around lies. It's around secrets. It's around things that have been buried. It's around worries, okay? And it's around vampiric energy. We are going to be an unwilling student. But what we are going to find is that if we stop and if we say to this time, I'm here to learn, I need to learn how to trust my heart and how not to let my emotions absolutely engulf me, we will find that we find inspiration, insight, power, ideas from the most unlikely of places. And it moves us forward in ways that we hadn't imagined it could move us forward. With the Page of Cups, there is a real sense of being a student. But it's like, I don't know that I'm learning, right? I don't know that this is a learning time for me. This is a student time, that this is a take it all in time, because I'm also paving the way and moving forward and going after what I want. But this is a time, from now until, November 2024, which I know seems like a really long time. It's going to go by faster than you could possibly imagine. And what we're going to find at the end is like, wow, I've learned a lot. Wow, I'm not the same person when I started this, because we're going to turn over and we're going to learn how to trust our hearts, how to take that insight that comes from our emotions, that comes from our hearts, that comes from our loving and our knowing, and move us forward. It brings us to the Nine of Swords. We are done with a battle that we've probably been fighting for 9 years. Okay? Now this is 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, 9 years. A count of 9. The Nine of Wands is I'm releasing, feeling battered and bruised and overwhelmed. I'm releasing having to fight and having to continuously fight for whatever it is. And there's a sense here, it's what we're passionate about. It's really embracing ourselves. It's moving forward in what we want and what we desire. With the Nine of Wands, there's a release. There's a release from the battles, but there's also a release from having to be so on guard that we can't heal. And there's a healing that's coming in now. And it's going to be very emotional for us. It's going to be very powerful for us, but it's so needed because so many secrets, so many things that have just been like shoved under the rug or shoved in the back of the closet or, hidden away, it's coming to the surface. And we're looking at this time. And there's going to be a sense of, why did I let this stop me for so long? Why did I let this hold me back for so long? Now, with the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords is worry, doubt, and fear. We can be A++ warriors. Just know that. Know that our worry can be super strong. I am an A++ warrior. I can worry about everything. But is that healthy? No, it's not. So we have to respect ourselves enough to learn how not to worry, how not to be afraid, how not to be overwhelmed. And that's putting our trust in spirit. That's saying there is a greater plan here. I don't have to be in control of it all. And we might say, Dane, I know I'm not in control of it all. I feel so out of control. And that's another thing that we've been fighting. That sense that, it's been one battle after another, and I don't have that control. I don't have that way forward. And where is it that I'm supposed to be? And that brings with it the worry, the doubt, the fear. But it also brought with it a quote unquote solving of the problem, which didn't solve the problem, but it cut us off a bit from our gut instinct, from our solar plexus, from our, this is the universal, the soul star chakra and the earth star chakra, okay? And that universal light that connects us to the universe here. There is a sense of like, it's become too much. Now, we can find that we hold on to things too much. We can find that there's a sense of like, I need to hold on to it. This is super important. I can't let it go type of deal with things that spirit's like, no, it's time to release because it's time to create. There's a creative energy that's coming forward. This is, again, that connection with the soul star chakra, the earth star chakra, the connection from the universe to the earth that guides us, that lights us, that moves us forward. And we're releasing a lot of negative energy that keeps us from the place that we want to be. Worry, doubt, and fear. It will not make anything better. It will just drain your battery. It will drain you, Pisces. And it's time to stop. So many lies are coming out. So much darkness is coming out, not just for us, for the whole entire world. And there's a sense of a seeing, a knowing, an understanding, a sense of like, oh. And then there's the turning the back on the hateful and the horrible. And then with the 9 of Swords, when we look at the worry and say, what is this getting me? Then we see the carving in the bed, the beautiful, lady on horseback, a sense of now I am moving forward. Because if I can connect with truly being in peace with myself or in alignment with myself, I connect with what I want. And it's no longer worrying about everything else. It's stepping purely into me. And we're releasing a lot of vampiric energy that way as well. We're looking at things that have drained us mentally, emotionally. It's made it harder to walk forward. It could be a sense of like our feet actually hurt us. We can have stomach pains. We can get headaches. And this is vampiric energy that has been draining us day in, day out since we were little, overwhelming us, stopping us, halting us, and also making it feel like we're fools if we're students. That's not the case at all. The most alive soul, the youngest souls, not like, naive or like not learning souls, but the ones that are vibrant in this world are the ones that always learn, that are always discovering, that always hold that wonder to them. The 4 of Pentacles is saying it's time to release the vampiric energy, the energy that has held us back. And it's so easy to say, but during this time, what happens with the lies and the secrets that have been held back, the structures that we say, oh, but that's the way it's supposed to be. We're now looking at it and saying, well, why? And then we start to question. And then things that we have held on to and things that we say, well, that's just the way it is. It's like, no, it's not. That's not the way it needs to be for me. And we're starting to set ourselves free. We become our own greatest champions. And we're going to find during this time, there's like a spiritual call to us. It's going to come to us mostly for a lot of, so for you, Pisces, what Spirit is showing, you're ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the ruler of the unseen world. Your dreams are going to talk to you a lot, okay? But if you could just, I see it more in the realm of paintings or drawings, if you can sketch things out, okay? And let Spirit talk to you through drawing. That is going to be a huge thing for you. You will be amazed at the artwork you produce. Now, it can be drawing. I see it mainly coming through, paint, but kind of like a spatula putting things on. But it can also be through writing. It can be through, meditating, but you have to let Spirit guide you because the answers that come forward, they're just going to be surprising. You're going to get the most beautiful answers in the most unlikely places, the most unlikely ways. And it's going to be like a really funny thing. It's going to be like your thing is that spirit talks to you when it's like when you're least expecting it, or when it seems not inappropriate, because it's not like in an intimate time or anything like that. It's like in a time where you're sitting there and you're like, oh, seriously? Like, I'm supposed to be focusing on this. Now you're coming and talking to me? Like, now you're focusing here? Pay attention to your dreams, but pay attention to the times where your mind kind of wanders just a little bit. And spirit is going to be connecting with you, then giving you brilliant ideas, okay? Really kind of like painting the world in these vivid, brilliant colors, okay? Let yourself take them in, because I just see like this riot of flowers blooming all around you type of deal. And it's exquisite. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Two of Wands. Being mindful, doors are closing. And we can think, wow, this is terrible. It's not. It's not. We have to be mindful of it, because it's like our first reaction is going to be like, no, I want that door opened. And Spirit's like, dude, I closed it for a reason. Like, stop. It's okay. It's okay. Step back. We're going to want things to go the way that we want them, because we're human and that's what we like. But Spirit is really asking us here, can you trust me? And can you let me guide you forward? Our subconscious spirit message is clarity. We are going to be getting a lot of clarity. It's going to be like the ringing of a bell, like this right here, right? Yo. And it's so clear and loud. That's going to be the knowledge that comes in. It's like that bell ringing, and it's so loud. It's so clear. It's like, oh, why am I wasting my breath with you? It's just going to hit us all at once. Like, oh, I thought you were on my side. You're not. Oh, I thought you cared. You don't. Oh, I thought this meant this to you. It doesn't. It's really going to be in our relationship with other people. And once we like see this, we'll start to see it everywhere. And it's like, oh, I thought this was right. It's wrong. Like all of a sudden, that clarity. And it's going to be like the bell. It's like, or like, like that's wrong. And you're going to be like, oh, okay, cool. Spirit is going to be talking to you. And it's going to be more, I hear it. So it's going to be something where other people might not hear it, right? But Spirit's going to be giving you a sound. The sound is going to make itself known to you. And it's going to be like, yes, that's right. No, that's wrong. It's kind of like ding, 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 that's right. That's wrong type of thing. Clarity. You will hear it. You don't hear it. Our subconscious tarot message is the Sun reverse. Subconsciously, there's a no. There's a no to something that is usually very easy. And I know that's not what we want to hear. We want to hear, like, yes, of course, it's going to be great. But here, there's a question. And I feel like it's like you're at a crossroads. And there's a sense of like, should I stick with the thing that I'm comfortable with? And Spirit's like, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Push the boundary. Push the boundaries and see where you are taken. Because there's a marvelous adventure here for you. But it pushes you out of your comfort zone in a big way. In a big way, Pisces. Okay. Yeah. Because once you see that, like this is going to be usually an area in your life where it's like, oh, that's usually fine. Don't have to worry about that. Like that kind of, it takes care of itself. And now it's going to be like, no, because it's not right. It's not fitting right. It's like, shoes that become too small, right? You put your feet in them and you usually think like, oh, these are like these could be your most comfortable shoes. But when all of a sudden shoes don't fit anymore, it doesn't matter how comfortable they used to be. They're not comfortable anymore and you need to take them off. There's something here where it's like, okay, it needs to change and you're going to know it so profoundly. All right, Pisces, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. And enjoy this very special time. Bye.